we are the Tesla of drinking water.
Let's do it. So, hello. Today, we have a very special guest from Thailand, and this podcast will be in English. So, for those who don't really know too much about our podcast, we focus on ESG, and we invite guests to talk about sustainability and ESG. And this podcast will be briefly translated into Chinese. 快速的翻译成中文。So today we have a distinguished guest speaker, Bobby, and Bobby will talk about his company. And I understand Bobby has a lot of experience and background in sustainability. He also has experience in VC, GreenrocketVC, and EcoTech. That's where he is the founder right now at EcoTech. And he comes from a, I guess, French background, studied and worked and lived in Europe, and would love to hear more about Bobby. So Bobby, if you can just tell us briefly what does your company do? What are you currently working on? Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, actually, I will go back to my background in the 2013. I had been open my company. Its name is EcoTech, and in that time, we are looking to fight against the plastic bottle use in Thailand, because we consume so much plastic bottle and we throw away into the landfill. We produce 50,000 plastic bottle per year. Every bottle go to the landfill. So the point is we have brought a research how to help Thai people to have a good water without buying a plastic bottle. And in that time, we found the technology that produce water from the air. It's a pure organic water and a very high quality water. So we adopt this technology, and I start my company by selling this machine and educate people to why the plastic bottle is bad for the planet. And finally, I become innovator for 6 green tech startup during the time, because when I studied deeply into in the planet issue, I have discovered a lot of issue and a lot of opportunity to invent a new technology to solve the planet problem. And nowadays, actually after 10 years of my company, I became a green tech accelerator, because most of green tech, they are all invented by scientists. So, but they don't know how to scale up in terms of business. So we open the accelerator to help the green tech founder or scientists to scale up and and have the expressway to go to mainstream. Because if green tech can't go to mainstream, that means we can reduce our negative impact activity on the planet. That's why I'm here.
All right, that's a great introduction. I have some follow-up questions, because you said, wow, you started 6 green tech products, and now you're the accelerator focusing on green tech. That's very impressive milestone and accomplishments on your resume. That's great. So about water bottle plastic, because I live in Bangkok and some parts of Thailand, and yeah, recycling plastic, they do recycle plastic in condos and apartments. But so what stands out? What makes you guys different from the regular basic plastic water bottle recycling systems?
Well, recycling is not the best solution, because recycling, you need to invest in the infrastructure to bring all the plastic back and to go to the factory and the recycling and go back to the market. All of that thing, you need a lot of amount of energy to make this bottle happen. But in the same time, in my technology, we just need a little bit of electricity. It can come from renewable energy to give you a very clean water, a very best water. So I think in terms of CO2, we don't produce CO2 much as recycling plastic bottle, but we provide a better solution for drinking water. And everywhere, you don't need to have a source of water to tap to plug it in our machine. It just suck from the air. It turns the air into water. So
wow,
and
it sounds like a great technology, like changing the air into water. I think that
right.
is like a technology any country should invest in and be adopted to.
Right.
So,
Actually, like we now we develop a new technology with a company in America, a scientist. They develop a technology that can turn quickly the air into water and with renewable energy. And we are very exciting for that. And we start collaborating to come out a new product, go to worldwide market.
well, yeah, I mean, once it gets funded and get promoted, I think it'll be like the next chat GPT for water supply. Because if you can convert anything into water,
Yeah.
especially in deserts, like low people with water shortages and constraints, this is a totally a different game plan. So
Yeah.
what would be, Bobby, so what would be your monetization strategy? How would you, because it sounds like a very huge big endeavor. How would you monetize it, and how do you scale this? Sounds like a
Oh, well, we have a lot of plan to scale it because water is a basic for many things. So every drink product like a tea or everything, you need water. So it looks like our core technology will become a source of water industry and beverage industry. So it looks like we are the Tesla of drinking water, and we're going to create many things more and to change the landscape of drinking water industry.
Okay.
With innovation.
Okay, so do you work, is your company mostly B2B or B2C? Like, well, how do you help
When
promote?
I start my company, I work mostly with B2C because we want to educate people. And now we start working with B2B because we start developing a new technology for the office for the big company that our employee can come to take water from our machine, and most of them like the taste of the water produced from our machine more than the filtered water, because when you have the filtered water, you have to connect it into the tap. The point is in many countries like Thailand, the tap is unstable. Sometimes the filtered water become more salty. They have a strange taste in the water, but the water from the air is the same taste everywhere you make it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I am very curious. I have so many questions about how to convert air into water, technical questions. So just my first, very, maybe that's a stupid question, but if you live in a highly polluted place, like sometimes Bangkok, PMI level 2.5, would you want to convert that air into water? Is there like a filtration process to filter
Yeah.
out pollution in the air? Yeah.
Okay. To compare, when our groundwater is contaminated, it needs a lot of filters to filter it, and you cannot control. But when the air is contaminated, we have electronic the technology inside to purify the air first and bring the clean air to produce the water, and we blow out the clean air from the back of our machine. That's why our machine clean your clean air and take the clean air into water and give you back the clean air.
Oh, okay.
You see that?
Gotcha. Wow. But this is a very interesting idea, and that's one reason why I approach you. It's so cool. Is it costly to maintain this infrastructure, converting air into water? Is it very costly?
No.
Oh,
No, we are going to we have redesigned the engineering thing, and it's going to become costless, in terms of our for the water production, because we have been thinking about for poor people in the poor country, how they can get access to high quality water. So we redesign the machine for the rich country and machine for the poor country.
oh, okay. So
Right.
does it need to be powered by electricity? In some African countries, there's like rolling blackouts, no electricity. Is it
No,
so?
it can power by the sun.
Oh, solar powered. That's
Mm,
good.
right.
That's very smart. Okay. And do you plan on selling the product as well as the installation services? Like
Mm,
does it come in a whole package,
mm.
including service and the product?
Yeah, but actually, our product, our main product is do not finish yet. The third generation is coming out, but our plan is no one uh, should own the product. We lend the product, and at the end of the life cycle of the product, we take it back and we put you the new product. So you don't need to deal with electronic waste or anything. We take care of everything. You just pay monthly subscription, or sometimes you pay what you drink. That's all.
Okay. So
Mm.
I always ask my guests about this. How did you come up with this idea? Because I know you came from a background like you help uh underprivileged kids in the villages. You might have some firsthand experience knowing this issue. So how did you come about this idea, converting air into water?
Well, I told you that when I start, I want to fight against how people use a plastic bottle, and I did thinking about if I go to filter water, is about best solution. But and I tried filter water for many months. I found a lot of weakness from filters water, because in Thailand tap water is unstable, and sometimes I get a very unpleasant taste from filters water. So I have been thinking, looking around for months, and actually I fall in a research about the water from the air. It had been initiated by engineer in NASA. In that time, they think if a human move to Mars, how can we find water? And they start thinking about if we can convert the air into water, and they start developing a new kind of prototype. And that's why I found the idea. But during, I think, in after 1911, in New York, some people heard that the terrorists will pour the poison into the tap water, and that make American people so scared about the drinking tap water. And the ex engineer from NASA, he developed this machine and got into commercial. That's why I found that the machine can solve what I want to do, and I import from US to run the project.
Wow. So you using your connections, you managed to find a solution to a problem that you see, which was supposedly trying to solve terrorist issues because the U.S. Army or military government was afraid the terrorists will poison the water wells, so that's why they wanted to convert air into water to prevent such attacks and mitigate such attacks. But you think maybe this is an idea that can be applied to less privileged regions of the world. Wow. So is those like global NGOs from France, from USA, and help because Thailand is a pretty developed country. How help the African countries that really need your solutions. Because
Okay.
my idea is my initial forgive me if I'm very inexperienced. My initial impression is people can afford good quality water in developed countries, including Thailand. You can go to a convenience store and buy water. So this is not really a big issue to convert air into water, but it's a huge need, demand in Africa and some Latin American countries. Do you think about maybe partnering with NGOs and reach out to these countries, African countries, and help sell your services and products?
Yeah. Okay. To work with NGO it's not difficult, it's not easy, because you have to understand what they are doing and to understand the main issue they are trying to solve. I came to see NGO as like from a technology company who want to help their work, and sometimes I propose them a solution, but you have to think beyond just selling your machine. You have to think how about the poor people will deal with your machine and how they can maintain them in the 10 years. And I have been tested about the traditional concept that I have sold them my machine from the 4 or 5 years when the machine is broken down. No one want to fix it because that's cost to them. What about that bring us to change our business model, that like our rental model, that the foundation, the NGO just pay us the monthly fee, and we take care of everything. So the poor people, they don't need to deal with anything, and the machine will connect to the IoT system. If they have the failure in the system, our engineer knows how to fix it, and we go to fix the machine, and people can keep having the water without be bothered by the technology issue.
Okay, got it. So basically, you have a team that offers turnkey solutions. Only when needed, they would go to the site and fix it. But basically, it's IoT. You can do this remotely.
Right.
Even at home, you can do this. So that's cool. All right. So Bobby, let's kind of switch the gears, because according to your background, you are now the head accelerator for the other foundation or organization you're doing, GreenrocketVC. So what are you doing right now? Are you trying to find potential Thailand green companies to invest in, or what would be your goal or KPIs for this new endeavor?
Firstly, we try to improve green technology in Thailand to grow outside Thailand. And if we don't, if the green tech founder, they don't have enough technology, we find them some business partner. You know, Thailand, we cannot build this kind of electronics thing because we don't have facility. That's why I bring some of my client to Taiwan to find to work with the maker and help them to come out with a new product. And Taiwan help some of our customer for the manufacturing. And this year we're going to have our office in Taiwan and in Beijing. The target is I want to facilitate the green tech founders from the two countries to have a joint connection with green tech in Thailand. And at the same time, I start having the requirement from green tech in Europe and in US to help them to scale. So sometimes I bring green tech in France to pitch in Singapore and have a partnership in Taiwan to produce a product, you know, something. So I manage globally the green tech ecosystem.
Wow, you're kind of like the bridge for different countries to matchmake and fill needs or provide resources. That right. is really much needed.
We want them to scale. That is the point.
Yeah, you know, French Tech Taiwan, they have a team in Taiwan, also in Thailand, I guess. So I've invited you to the group before, but basically for every startup event, big ones, they have their own booth and they have a contact person. I can introduce them to you so you can reach out to them. And basically, I think their mission is to connect French startups with the Asian market. So maybe you can work with them. I'll send an email to you so you can reach out to them to help your own company as well.
Right.
Taiwan is really well known for OEM, so contract manufacturing. If you want to manufacture something pretty good hardware, tech-related hardware,
Right.
island to do so. So there's some collaboration already between Taiwan and Thailand for, let's say, EV scooters, electronic motorcycles, car accessories, obviously semiconductors. So if you need us to help you find the right person in Taiwan,
Great.
Definitely help.
Great. I really always want to bring Taiwan to work with Thailand because you have a lot of technology in software, in hardware, and sometimes we have our own idea to solve out the problem of Thailand, and we don't have facility or anyone to help us. So that's why I came to Taiwan sometimes to help the green tech founder to create the new product or maybe the new software. But sure, Thailand will be best when they work with Taiwan and Singapore. Singapore, they have money, so they invest in the project. But finally, we have to find someone to help us to make the hardware and the high level of software. And I think Taiwan, you have a lot of talent. We can work together. And I have also a service that we help Taiwan startup to have a soft landing in Thailand because Thailand we lack technology and startup. I think this is might be one of the a big market for Taiwan startup to work in Thailand, and we can connect you to the investor if your technology is really good.
Yeah, Taiwan is always keen on moving out of the island because the number one complaint that Taiwanese businesses have is they think Taiwan is a small market.
I always suggest to Taiwan startup when you do something, you have to think about the 760 million of consumer in Southeast Asia. It's the half market of China. So this is a big market.
Yeah, I mean, if we can expand to Thailand, and it'll be a stepping stone to expand to other Southeast Asian countries. Taiwanese businesses will be really happy, for sure. Okay, so time is running out. So Bobby, do you have any other questions or anything that we need to cover or ask you about your background business for this podcast? Any other?
Oh, I think I welcome the green tech startup from Taiwan or from author who are listening to your podcast. And if you sometimes I help you to modify your business model or technology model to go efficiently. If you want my advice, whatever, you can connect me anytime. And I'm going to bring the green tech startup to go for the competition with the UOB Bank of Singapore. If you're interested to present yourself with the Singaporean investor and get funds from Temasek Foundation, just contact me and I will present your company to the competition.
All right, that is a good offer. I think a lot of listeners on our podcast will reach out to Bobby. What's the best way to reach out to you? LinkedIn or your website?
You can send the email to my personal email at GreenRocket, and I will leave the email in the chat box, and you can share. So I think this is the best way to reach me out.
All right, so that's a wrap, everybody.